Ladies, gamers, and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiR Starcraft 2 cast. So today we have a game, as usual. This time it is going to be a PvT. It's going to be played on Avilo Wastes, and it is going to be Pinky, the red Protoss player spawning in the top left position here, versus Avilo, the blue Terran player spawning in the bottom right now. Avilo, you know, he's streaming a lot lately. He's not been heard about or heard from for quite some time, and it's cool that he's making a comeback here. And yeah, one of the things that is known about Avilo, you know, whenever he streams, some people say the best Terran NA streaming and stuff like that. So let's see if he lives up to the reputation. This is going to be a PvT. Interesting placement on the first pylon from Pinky, building his gateway behind his mineral line, and oh my goodness, he's building it on 12 supply. So maybe he wants to be going with something very, very aggressive here. And we can see that Avilo is scouting for proxies. Look, this SCV waypointed all over the place. Meanwhile, just getting the gas here on 12. Yeah, or 13 rather. So it's going to be for going for something a little bit on the tech side here. Meanwhile, we see double gas going down for Pinky. That is really interesting to me because, you know, building a gateway on 12 supply, not scouting at all, then going for double gas. This smells of DTs pretty much, in my opinion. There's the cybernetics core. Notice all the buildings are built behind the mineral lines. Of course, this is droppable, but when you build buildings behind the mineral line like this, there's not that much space to maneuver around when a drop comes in. So, in a sense, it makes those buildings quite safe from being killed off. Now, having your cybernetics core somewhere out of sight is, of course, beneficial for you as a Protoss player, because there's not many worse feelings than if you have your cybernetics core like right here, a drop comes in, snipes it, and then you have no sentries, no stalkers available to be warped in. So a Reaper on the way from Avilo. On the other side of the map we see Stalker, Mothership Core, everything looking normal. And well, this is going to be a slower expansion by the Protoss player because he took those two gases that early, going to be saturating his second one in a bit here, as he's going down with his probe. Will Avilo try and do an engineering bay block? Doesn't look like it, but he is keeping an eye on the expansion to see when the probe will be coming down there. There we go, the Nexus is going up, and that's good scouting information for Avilo right there. Of course, he does have the Reaper over here on the right side of the map to go into the Protoss base and scout again. Behind this, Avilo getting a command center and moving into a factory production, going to be building a bunker on top of his ramp. Now, this could be a reactionary play, because he did see those double gases that early on in the game, and indeed we have a Twilight Council going down. Will these Stalkers be able to deny the Reaper from the scout, though? That is the question. It looks like they won't be, as the Reaper did see the Twilight Council going up. And this should tip Avilo off to what is actually happening, and he should be getting turrets. Oh, cancel! Wow, some mind games going on here. So the Twilight is cancelled, and we have a Robo and a Forge and a second Forge. Oh my goodness, this... Okay, so Pinky is switching from a Twilight Council opening into what so far could be very well double Forge Colossus. Now, of course, Avilo, having lost that Reaper, he only has the scouting information that he'll gathered last time around, which means, you know, the Twilight Council. So he's going to be playing it a little bit more defensively. Two things could come at him right now, and one of them would be DTs, the other one would be Blink Stalker playing. So this is going to delay his natural expansion as a result of that. Notice only now he's floating it over. He's been playing this really cautiously, and he's even getting tanks. This is usually a response to a blink play. You get tanks because they are so good versus blink stalkers if you have ground army support. So yeah, 1-1 on the way for Pinky. He's getting his observers out just now, and Avilo is going to siege up, and he's going to be sitting pretty here. Even getting a missile turret just in case those DTs come. But little does they know that the DTs actually will not be coming. Pinky doing everything off of one gateway so far. Only just now is it that he's adding on additional gateways, taking his gases at natural expansion. So far everything is looking just really swell for the Protoss player. Off to a great start. And you know, this is one of the things that I like about Avilo. He uses buildings that not a lot of Terrans utilize to a great extent, and he uses them regularly, like sensor towers, for example. A little bit of mistake by Pinky flying in with that observer, but he did see those tanks, so let us see if he switches into immortal production or if he will continue on. Yeah, wow, so it's actually a double forge gateway build, it's not a Colossus build. So there we have the first immortals, and yeah, versus a tank composition, what you want is immortals and storms. Oh, so I was right the first time. It is going to be the double forge Colossus build. I was almost like, wait, you didn't get a Colossus then yet? Really? Then you're probably not doing the Colossus build. But yeah, indeed he is. And along with that, Pinky is taking his third base. So this is shaping up to be a pretty long macro game in my opinion, because Avilo, he is entrenched, defended, he's got a good tank count, and he's going into mech. And you know, going mech in and of itself usually signifies that this is going to be a little bit of a longer game. Now, good thing for Pinky, he's getting his third base here, so he's got everything in the making to stand up to that army that the Terran player is building right now. And yeah, even seeing this barracks floating over right now, he knows what's up. Even without scouting the main base, he should know that, oh, you're playing mech because you're not using your barracks. So Pinky doing a very wise thing right now. He's going to be placing proxy pylons or reinforcement pylons or flanking pylons, however you want to call it, on all the sides of the map, because one way to beat a mech army is you just gotta flank it, man. Just gotta flank it. Right, so we have the first Colossus gonna be coming out of the robo momentarily here. Unfortunately, Pinky didn't have enough gas for all the stuff he's doing. Double Forge, Colossus, Charge, and not enough gas for thermal lenses. So those are not queued up yet, and he's gonna have to save up additional gas and minerals to build another Colossus. Avilo, though, he's already at his doorstep. He is beginning to establish a position here, sieging up the tanks. Oh, and the volleys go off onto the Zealots. Nice force fields, though, but not good enough. And if we look at the army size, it's so small for the Protoss player. 38, now 40 versus 72. We don't have enough gateways yet to keep on warping, but at the same time, you know, Pinky did go for a very quick third base, and it is not saturated yet. The economy from the third base has not yet kicked in, so he cannot warp in as much stuff as he would like, but those are some semi-decent force fields, getting a couple shots off onto the Hellions. The Hellions are actually really important, because if we look at the number of Marines here, there are only 4 Marines. There is no stim with this, so the Hellions are going to be the prime ground support for the tanks. Once you get rid of the Hellions, you can kill off the tanks, because, you know, there's nothing to protect them. So Avilo taking his time to do a little bit of a run-by action here with the Blue Flame Hellions, but a couple of Zealots being worked in will take care of that. Meanwhile, still trying to poke, and looks like Avilo decides that, well, I'm not gonna break this anytime soon, better retreat back. But ooh, these Hellions might roast quite a lot of the probes here. There's only one cannon defending, 2 cannons defending this expansion, and the probes should start going down very, very quickly here, as all it takes is 4 shots to kill a probe, maybe even 3. Avilo, unfortunately, not taking his time right now by pulling the army out of position to try and do a little bit of poking. He's going to take a third base of his own, I feel like. Just the rocks are in his way a little bit there, but there's the command center, going to be flying that over. Wouldn't be surprised if he took a base over here rather than taking it over here, because this is more defendable. You can siege tanks here and they kind of cover the whole base. In the meantime, though, there is a drop in the main base, and it did get a couple of probes. 12 probes have been killed in the main by this Hellion drop, so nice going by Avilo. But still, the worker count is approximately even, and Pinky is not that far behind. Trying to go in with a couple of Zods, not going to be effective, as there are 9 tanks protecting the perimeter. And Pinky right now, he says, you know what, I'm a bust out. You're not gonna hold me any longer. But at this point in time, we have Hellbats entering the field. And, oh, I haven't seen this upgrade being researched, the transformation servos, in a very long time. Now, what this does is it allows Hellbats to transform into Hellions and back really quickly, so you actually have 2 units in one at the cost of 1 unit, which is absolutely huge, because depending on how much Zealots the Protoss player has, you can make a call: do I want to harass now with Hellions, or do I want to get rid of the charge lots really quickly by transforming my Hellions into Hellbats? And as well, if your medevac goes down, if you try to do a Hellion drop and the medevac gets killed off, you can transform into Hellions to get away and escape. So Pinky pressuring Avilo hard right now, going to be taking his 4th base. I like the fact that he's staying 1 base up on the Terran player currently, because this is exactly what you need to do versus a meching Terran in this matchup. Now, a lot of people say that mech just doesn't work, but some people like Avilo, Dzerzhinsky, they can make it work. I mean, the games are insanely long because of how slow the power progression in a mech composition in this matchup is, but still they can make it work. So we have Storm going down right now. We have no blink, only charge, and 2/2 upgrades, 3/3 on the way. The Terran player just now getting his +2 upgrades. The upgrades are a little bit slow on the Terran side, but that is to be expected. We have a little bit of harassment here again. Only 1 probe killed though, those 3 cannons killing the medevacs before they could have unloaded, but another 2 are making their way forward. There is very little to no army to defend this, and only 1 cannon at the natural base. Let's look at the drone kill count. I mean, probe kill count, 19 now, 20. Already we can see 4 probes being killed, and the drop will continue forward into the main base. There's not that many probes left there, is there? As most of them have been transferred over to the 3rd base and the 4th base very shortly. So these will be killed off, but overall 24 workers have gone down for the Protoss player. Avilo doing a really good job of harassing. You need to slow the economy of your opponent down when you're playing mech. That's your only aggressive option, because you're going to be turtling with tanks, trying to get yourselves up to maybe battle cruisers or ravens. So, oh, this is a nice addition. This Dark Templar here by Pinky. I don't think it was seen neither. I don't think it's been seen. So the DT can come in at any time and start racking a couple kills on those SCVs. But he has to be really quick about it, because as soon as that missile turret goes up, that DT will get maybe 1, maybe 2 kills, and that's going to be it. And we saw the addition of Ghost Academy somewhere around here as well. Let us see, Ghost Academy, there it is. Mobius reactor being researched immediately. This is a very key component to Avilo's army composition right now, because there is going to be storms. There are going to be storms, and you want to get rid of that as soon as possible, as well as the shields on the Immortals and the Archons. You want to nullify that very, 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 very quickly. So the DT getting taken out there. Will not get a single kill, unfortunately, because, like I said, there is a missile turret already constructed. And, well, Avilo, he is getting perilously close to being maxed out. Ghosts are starting to roll off the barracks production lines. But Pinky, look at this, a 5th base. I really like what this guy is doing. And he's maxed on upgrades, so he's getting shields right now, continuing immortal production. You know, some Protoss players, they try to go air to counter such a play that Avilo is doing, just because you're going to be really heavy on tanks, and tanks, obviously, they don't shoot up. Nice job by Pinky spreading these units around the map, trying to go look for a little bit of map control, maybe try to look for medevacs. Also, the pylons are placed at really nice spots. Observer speed has been researched, and it looks like both of these players will get every single upgrade there is in the game. Look at this, high-sec auto-tracking going down. I wouldn't be surprised if building armor was to be researched as well. And, you know, here's the problem. As a Protoss player, engaging into this can be really, really, really hard. That is why Pinky is assuming a kind of a threatening position with his army here, but not really attacking into Avilo, because look at the number of tanks. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh my goodness, there's like 23 tanks here. Are you serious? Okay, here we go. The siege is happening right now. 2 Immortals are not fighting. Better go in there. Storms are going down, but the Templars get blasted to smithereens with just a couple of volleys. Can Pinky push through this tank line? It seems like he will be able to. And the reinforcements by Avilo are they fast enough? The Zealots are already breaking into the natural base, while the Colossi are, well, just falling. And the Zealots have been killed off. More Warpins here coming in from Pinky, taking out the Vikings. That is very crucial here, as he can resume Colossus production. He's got 3 robos to work off of, and Avilo, well, he's got only 4 factories, and that's it. So the tank production is really not that smooth or that quick. There goes the blinking onto the high ground. Still a lot of Immortals remaining. Those tanks just melted like there's no tomorrow. And I think this is going to be it for Mr. Avilo here, as Pinky will take the win. Very nicely played by the Protoss player, not panicking in the face of 23 tanks, just holding on to his, sticking to his guns, keeping his composure, and dragging the game out long enough to have the edge over his opponent with both production and composition and upgrades. As you can see, Avilo never actually got to research ship plating level 3. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button at the video, and if you have anything to say to me, there's the comment section for that. Yeah. Until next time, you guys stay safe, good luck, have fun, and remember to storm first and ask questions later. And if in case you are a Zerg player, just use fungals instead, man. They're still good.